Jimmy Hagood, and what I want to do today is, because we've had so many people interested in cooking stone ground grits, I'm going to give you a few tips and show you actually the process of cooking homemade stone ground grits. What we sell is the Charleston favorites in both white and yellow and mixed, and that's actually my favorite. So I'm going to show you actually how to do mixed stone ground grits. Another key component is having a pot that's has a thick bottom to it. It's very durable, and that you can have a low simmer. The grits will not burn the bottom. And I always like using a wooden spoon and having a measuring cup. I always like to use 1/4 cup of grits, dried grits, per person. So we're going to cook 1 cup, which should feed between 4 and 5 people. So we're going to do a half a cup of yellow grits and a half a cup of white grits. And one of the key things that we're going to do while the water starts boiling here in a minute is we're going to rinse them. So we'll put those in a bowl, and we will do 3 parts water. Put those on the stove top. Come to the sink. We stir it around. We pour off the top. What's floating on the top is the external shell of the corn that hadn't been filtered out in the grits making process, which is grinding between 2 millstones. And so I do it 3 times. And that takes a lot of the gritty taste and texture from the finished product. Our water has reached the boiling point. So at this point, I just like to put about 2 teaspoons of salt just to get started. We're going to add a little salt to taste as time goes by. And then we put our grits in. Kind of swish it around a little bit. Commence to stirring. This stage will last probably about 10 or 15 minutes. And when it gets to boiling in there, once you've added the grits, we're going to turn the heat down to low. So about 5 minutes into it, you'll see that most of the water and the grits have combined into a nice homogeneous mixture. And the process now is just cooking and thickening up the grit. So if the grits are popping out of the pot, start turning it down just a little bit, because you don't want to mess up Mama's kitchen there. We're going to continue to stir, keep it from sticking on the bottom, but it's coming together, and these are going to be really good. So at this point, this is when I like to just taste it. You can see that the grits have gotten a lot thicker, and I want to just taste it to see how it is consistency wise, as well as how salty it might be. Those are really good. And I think I will just add just a little bit more salt, stir that in, and then in just a minute or two, I'm going to give you a secret that you've never heard. So our finishing touches, because all we've added was water in the very beginning, and some people like creamy grits. And so one of the things that I love to do is to add a little bit of club soda. And the CO2 in the club soda is going to make those grits so nice and fluffy. So I just added a little bit of that, and I'm going to add a little bit of milk. And I like doing this at the end. And you got to cook them a little bit more because we've thinned them up. But they are going to be really, really good. So now we're 20 minutes into this, and they are in the perfect consistency. So we'd like to go ahead and serve them up.
Mmm.
Is that just like a good old Saturday morning right there? Or any day of the week. So Charleston favorites, stone ground grits cooked in about 20 minutes. Perfect thing for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.